Rachna. Rachna, you can read two verses. Two verses everyone can read. 10 verses. Once it's done, we will end and we will start Kirtan. Okay? And you might, when you're reading for the first time, you will feel it is really technical. But believe me, it is easier than understanding LLMs. So, if you try, you will be able to understand. Repeat it, understand. So, like that. Go ahead.
Arjuna said, "Oh my dear Krishna, I wish to know about Prakriti, Purusha, and the field and the knower of the field, and of knowledge and the object of knowledge." The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, "This body, O son of Kunti, is called the field, and one who knows this body is called the knower of the field."
Thank you, Rachna. Siddharth, you will read? Well, let me make it a little big. Everybody is able to see or it's true? Okay.
O sign of Atma, you should understand that I am also the knower in all bodies. And to understand this body and its knower, it's called knowledge. That is my opinion.
Go ahead, both also you can read.
Now please hear a brief description of the field of activity and how it is constituted, what its changes are, whence it is produced, who that knower of the field of activities is, and what is influences it.
Yeah, thank you, Prabhu. So, next, Rashma, you want to read? We are just reading two verses. You can maybe read only one because 6 and 7 is combined. Then Ashwin can read. We are right now reading, it's called Chat, chapter a day. Every day, how we do, we get up and we do Instagram reels. That's our daily ritual. Or maybe YouTube, whatever. So similarly, we should have a ritual with reading the verses that are spoken by Krishna. It can be Sanskrit or it can be English. Today we are doing English. Sometimes we do Sanskrit also. Like we say, it was mentioned by Shankaracharya while glorifying Bhagavad Gita. We take two kinds of bath, external bath, which we do daily in the morning and in the evening also. And internal bath is by reciting the words spoken by Krishna. So that is the whole reason why we start with chat. It's like a warm-up game. So then we will start the class. Okay, go ahead. You will read 5th verse. Text 5.
That knowledge of the field of activities and of the knower of activities is described by various sages in various Vedic writings. It is especially presented in Vedanta Sutra with all reasoning as to cause and effect.
Yeah, thank you. Please go ahead.
5 great elements: cause, ego, intelligence, the unmanifested, the 10 senses and the mind, 5 sense objects, desire, hatred, happiness, distress, the aggregates of life and convictions. All these are considered, in summary, to be the field of activities and its interactions.
Yeah, this is elaborated in 2nd canto Srimad Bhagavatam more. Just FYI, he was about to start 2nd canto. Okay, 8 to 12. You can read and we'll end then.
Humility, pridelessness, non-violence, tolerance, simplicity, approaching a bona fide spiritual master, cleanliness, steadiness, self-control, renunciation of the objects of sense gratification, absence of false ego, the perception of the evil of birth, death, old age and disease, detachment, freedom from entanglement with children, wife, home and the rest, even-mindedness amid pleasant and unpleasant events, constant and unalloyed devotion to me, aspiring to live in a solitary place, detachment from the general mass of people, accepting the importance of self-realization and philosophical search for the absolute truth. All this I declare to be knowledge, and besides this, whatever there may be, is ignorance.
We'll discuss more when the. So now what we'll do is we did some section of chapter a day, and now we will do Kirtan. There is a very nice verse in Srimad Bhagavatam. You might have heard this verse before. You can repeat after me. This is from Srimad Bhagavatam, 12th canto. This is the last canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam is divided into how many cantos? अरे last canto को hint भी दिया. 12 cantos. Correct? 12 cantos, it is divided. So this is the last canto. It is considered as the hair of Krishna. The first 2 cantos are considered as the lotus feet of Krishna. 10th canto is considered as the face of Krishna. 11th forehead and 12th as a hair. The entire body. When you have Srimad Bhagavatam at home, it is as good as having Krishna in your house. Like that. So in Srimad Bhagavatam, in 12th canto, there is a beautiful verse which says, you can repeat after me. The meter is Anushtup. Sanskrit, if you see, we say Bhagavad Gita. Why we say Bhagavad Gita? Gita means song. Song of the Lord. Song by the Lord. So similarly, most of the verses you see in Srimad Bhagavatam, any scriptures, it is in a particular meter. Particular meter it is. So similarly, this is known as Anushtup. क्या बोलते हैं? Anushtup. Okay. If you want to, yeah, anyways. So Anushtup, and it is divided, is exactly 32 syllables. This verse says Anushtup meters are 32 syllables, 8 syllables in each quadrant. There are 4 quadrants and 8 syllables in each quadrant. So 8 posa 32. Have you heard about any other popular verse which is 32 syllables? 8 syllables in each quadrant. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. 32 syllables. 8 syllables in each quadrant. 8 into 4, 32. So what we'll do is in this verse is I'll read the first quadrant and you can respond. Okay. This talks about the glories of Hare Krishna Mahamantra or Kirtan. कलेर दोष निदेराजन अस्ति एको महान गुणा कीर्तनादेव कृष्णस्य मुक्त संग परम व्रजेत. Someone can read the translation. Yes, read. Nikhil, you want to read?
Translation. My dear king, although Kali Yuga is an ocean of faults, there is still one good point.
Right? Do you agree? Kali Yuga is an ocean of faults, right? So it's an ocean of faults. So many quarrel, hypocrisy, all this which mentioned in first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, quarrel, hypocrisy, all this happens in Kali Yuga more than any other yuga. Right? So insecurity, cheating mentality, right? Pride, lust, anger, greed, all this is in top in Kali Yuga. So yes, but there is one good quality. Let's see.
There is still one good quality about this age. Simply by chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, one can become free from material bondage and be promoted to the transcendental kingdom.
Yes. So when we chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, it gives a chance for us to go back home, back to God, to Goloka Vrindavan. It's spiritual world. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll now do a short kirtan and after that we'll start our session. Okay. निर्विशेषवादी पाशुदेश साधने श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत प्रभु हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Rama. Now, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare We'll start our session by singing Mangalacharan prayers. Mangalacharan means that which brings auspiciousness. So before we see kids here and there, so we need some prayers now. So we'll sing some Mangalacharan prayers. Anything we are doing, spiritual life, when we are reading some scriptures, when we are chanting some scriptures, it is good to take shelter or recite these verses These are basically to seek blessings from senior Vaishnavas, from Srimati Radharani and from Krishna himself. So everybody is able to see the screen. Also, we have Bhagavad Gita here. You can take a copy from here and you can read from there as well. So we'll start. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Padamayyam Tadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavashta Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatagritam Tvam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Pada Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamsha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Supe Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Shtaya Bhutale Srimati Radharani Swami Kirani Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Shtaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Kirani Namaste Saraswati Gaurmani Pucharini Vishnupadaya Vashvachtarini Mukam Kurti Vachanam Pangam Langaite Girim Vichupata Bhumve Shri Guru Dinatarana Paramananda Hare Krishna. So we are on chapter number 13 of Bhagavad Gita. So Bhagavad Gita is divided into how many parts? 3 parts. First 6 chapters talks, basically the focus of the first 6 chapters is about Karma Yoga. The last 6 chapters talk about Jnana Yoga, and the middle 6 chapters talk about Bhakti Yoga. Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, and last 6 chapters talk about Jnana Yoga. And the toughest chapter, the hardest chapter of the entire Bhagavad Gita is the chapter number 13. Welcome to the newcomers. You are on chapter number 13. Having said that, we'll try to keep it simple. We'll see how. And in 13th chapter, Arjuna is asking Krishna 6 questions. What is Jnana? What is Gneya? What is Prakriti? What is Purusha? And what is Kshetra and what is Kshetragya? So this, you might be thinking, kya hai ye sab, all these Italian words. So Kshetra is the field of activity or body. I'm just going into in a very, very precise, succinct way. We will discuss in detail. Okay. Kshetragya. Gya means to know. So who is the knower of the body? Who is the knower of your body? Let's say Siddharth. Who is the knower of your body? Krishna. Yes, there is the ultimate knower of everybody's body. But there is another knower. Soul. So Kshetragya is 2. Soul and super soul. Super soul is Kshetragya of all the Kshetras. But Siddharth doesn't know what Rio is thinking. Maybe Rio must be thinking when Prasadam will start. Right? So it depends. Different people think, but Siddharth doesn't know what is going in others' mind. So Siddharth knows only his Kshetra, his body. Not that also not completely for that matter, right? So Kshetra and Kshetragya. Based on the field of activity, you have different body, different kind of things you can do. We'll see that. And Prakriti is material nature. This entire material nature is Prakriti. Purusha is Krishna. Purusha is also living entities, but ultimate Purusha is Krishna. Kya bacha? Jnana. Jnana we saw about various jnana, 8 to 12 it was discussed. And Gneya is again, object of knowledge is Krishna. That we discussed from verse number 13th to verse number 20th. Anyways, we don't have to go into much in detail. So today, 19th actually. And 21st today, we are going to discuss. Let me just confirm. 1 minute. 13, 20. Yes. So we discussed this 28th verse last time. Today we are discussing verse number 21. Till 19th verse, it discusses about Gneya. Anyways, next week I'm thinking to have entire summarization of 13th chapter. So that time we'll cover this also. Not next week, next week. Okay, so we'll start our class and then we'll start discussing. Karya karana kartritve hetu prakritir uchyate. Okay, we'll go a little bit slow so that others can also read. So, Karya karana kartritve hetu prakritir uchyate. Purusha sukha dukkhanam bhoktritve hetu uchyate. Uchyate मतलब बोलना. Bhagwan vacha or uchyate speaking, like that. We'll see. Is said to be. So we'll see the translation. Oh, should we? Maybe Nikhil, you read. Rio, you can read. Only you read?
I did not read.
Yeah, translation. Just the translation you read.
Nature is said to be the cause of all material causes and efforts, whereas the living entity is the cause of the various sufferings and enjoyments in this world.
Yeah. So Purusha, here word Purusha is used, right? Purusha is not like Purusha and female and male. Purusha means enjoyer. Actually, Sanskrit word of Purusha means enjoyer. So there are two enjoyers. One is Supreme Personality of God, Krishna is a supreme enjoyer. But we are also enjoying to our capacity. Not completely, because with enjoyment comes suffering as well. Right? And we can see that. We might be thinking, Arey, I got a job and this is my salary. You know, first time when I got my job in Yahoo, first thing I did is I called my sister and told my sister, I got this job and this is my salary. But then that enjoyment, that is the enjoyment is after every 15 days that enjoyment comes. But rest of the 14 days is suffering. Right? When the manager says, ye kaam karna hai, this you have to do, this you have to do. It is all suffering. Right? But the only enjoyment that we think, and maybe apne suffering se, but everybody understands Hindi, a little bit. The only enjoyment, so-called enjoyment we can say is the 15th day. In Broadcom, it is after every 2 weeks. So we get enjoyment little early. You might be getting after every 15 days. I get after every 2 weeks, which is 14 days. Ek din pehle. So, but rest of the days it is suffering. Right? Like we are planning to go for Sankirtan tomorrow. Tomorrow, hopefully, I don't know. Manjari's plan. We are planning to go to Seattle. We will drive to Sankirtan means basically we are going to distribute books on the way, and in Seattle to different whoever we meet, we are going to distribute Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. For 10 days, we will be out like that. So, like we met Ashwin and Rashmi in ISKCON, not ISKCON, sorry, ICC, I thought ISKCON. ICC is Indian Kashkari. We met there and Ashwin wanted to read Srimad Bhagavatam. See, we find this kind of people also. Usually we find people who want to read Harry Potter. Sometimes very rarely we find people who want to read Hariputta, Krishna. So like that, he wanted to read about Krishna. So then we gifted him Srimad Bhagavatam. And after 3 years, somehow by Krishna's mercy, we found him again. We were separated by Kumbh Mela, something like that. Kumbh. But then, so there are some few, sorry?
Thank you very much.
I'm grateful. You can find these kind of people also. These when we find these pious people and who want to know about Krishna, it gives us enthusiasm to do what we are doing. That is to share about Krishna consciousness. Otherwise, in this world, it's hard. I will share you one video today. Try to distribute one Gita in a day and you will understand how hard it is. my father-in-law, somehow he was dragged. He stays in Chennai. He was dragged by his other devotees. That आज अपन book distribution करेंगे, चलो चलो. So he went for book distribution. Almost 4 hours he was standing. Not even a single guy took book. Can you imagine 4 hours standing and not even a single guy took book. Then he called my wife. My wife is like a lion. Now you are a lion and then not in negative way. No, sorry. No. In the sense of when she distributes books, you can understand the enthusiasm she has. And people can immediately take Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. Otherwise, when you talk to her, you will feel like lamb. Lamb means, not in a figurative, not literal way. When very soft and very simple like that. But when she is on, when book distribution, you felt like roaring. Once one person came on the book table and said, "I'm not interested." Said like that. And she directly said, with towards look, she saw that. She said that if you don't take Bhagavad Gita, next life you can have a life of a dog. Take this word seriously. And he got scared. She's encouraging or she's, like that. So she's like, so. And once I told her, thoda softly baat karo yaar. And she also said, pata nahi suddenly aage andar se, Paramatma inspired. But she's that, so, why I said this? Anyways, so we are going for 8 days on Sankirtan. I don't know why I said this, suddenly Sankirtan. Yeah, we met. Yeah, sorry. Her dad called and then she gave some tips of how to distribute books. And then in one hour, he was able to distribute one book. Thank you, Ruchi Mata. Sometimes I forget what I'm speaking. So, anyways, that's why it is important to read these scriptures, because Bhagavad Gita is a very unique book. It doesn't talk about commandments. It talks about choices. That's why it is so unique. But Arjuna, when he started, he was confused. What should I do? In our life also, we have to make decisions every time. Every time we are making some decisions. Whether to come to this Thursday program, this Prabhu will ping me. He will ask me, can you come? And then you have to decide. There are so many options. Evening, maybe I can do a movie night. When new movies aayongi. Or Netflix mein some OTT. I don't know. Netflix mein OTT, right? Am I right? Yeah. Something like that. So what else I can do? Maybe I can go to my manager has told me to attend some evening dinner with him or with the entire team. So many things can go right in the mind. Decision every time you are making decision, and every decision you make, it is actually creating your destiny. That's why decisions determines your destiny. Every time you are making decision, you are actually creating a destiny, a future destiny. And that's why Arjuna was in a fix whether I should fight or not fight. Arjuna was thinking, I don't want to fight. In first chapter, almost at the end, he is saying that Krishna, I don't want to fight. I'm done. Why? Because he thought ki, अरे ये तो अपने ही है, Kauravas, Pandavas, everyone, some people will be killed in this battlefield. And so he got goosebumps. So होता है ना, कभी कोई घर ले रहे हो तो you get cold feet. You have heard this term, cold feet. So like when I bought this house, when I was very interested about getting this house, but as soon as the house they selected me that you can buy this, you are the lucky one to get this house. I got cold feet. And so that, yeah, there's a common term. Cold feet means suddenly you realize that, अरे इतना पैसा कौन भरेगा? Maybe I'm taking a wrong decision. So Arjuna also got cold feet. That I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight, he says. Cold feet. I don't want to fight. And then Arjuna, first thing he did. See, when we are not sure what to do in life, first thing that we should do is we should consult with people. Then there are 3 ways we can consult with people. One, at the level of Shastras. Second, at the level of, if Shastra cannot answer you all the questions, then you take shelter of Guru and Sadhus. So we take shelter of Shastra, of the scriptures. If scriptures is not able to answer the question, then we take shelter of Sadhus, saintly people. So Shastras or scriptures. If not scriptures, then Sadhus and saintly people. And higher than that is Super Soul. Like Manjari said to me, right? From Paramatma inspired me to speak like this. So sometimes Super Soul. So scriptures, Sadhus and Super Soul. So all these 3 people are important when we are taking decisions. And one thing we have to understand, we have to ask ourselves that what is the goal of our life? What is the goal of our life? Imagine, Vrajjivan Prabhu, my room, I'm not from here, sorry. I'm married now. I keep forgetting. Colleague, he's my colleague. Thank you, Urvesh Prabhu. So he was telling me a very interesting story. I was talking to him about, sometimes we have a reading call, 2:30 to 3 every day. 2 to 2:30. We read Jaiva Dharma. It's a book by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. So suddenly this thought came to my mind. I was asking him, when will we retire and we can just read Krishna consciousness? We can just read and chant and just have association. So we were calculating. ChatGPT we asked, how much time it will take? Something. And then Virgin Row, Vijay, he told me very interesting thing. He said that at least we are thinking about it in the sense of sometimes people are actually confused. If they don't work, then what they will do? And he met a guy in Yahoo. Previously we were in Yahoo. And he asked this guy, he was 68 years old. 68 years old. Okay. And he asked him that why you are still earning? Have you not reached your fire? Hey, say no, fire. So he asked him, why are you still working? And he said that I'm scared. If I stop working, what will I do? Just think for a moment. His entire life, he might have started 40 years. Not 40 years. At the age of 20, he would have started. So now he's almost 48 years of his working. So almost entire life, he has been only working. And for him, that what his now goal of life is, to continue working. And all of us, maybe we can say that we don't know who is Krishna, we don't know who am I, but we all can tell, hand on our heart, that the goal of life is not working. Just go to office and work from 9 a.m. to 9 a.m. next day. That is not the goal of our life. But somehow, he doesn't know what else to do. Right? And you ask yourself sometimes, if I don't work, and somehow Krishna has, see, when we say, why we want to work, we will say, oh, Krishna is not able, because we have to manage ourselves, we have to manage the house, something like that. And let's say everything is handled. And the question is asked, do you want to quit? First thing will come into mind is, what will I do? What will I do? And that means that you have not asked this question, what is the goal of life? What is the goal of life? And Bhagavad Gita is helping us to understand that what is the goal of our life. It is not office. That is a secondary thing. Like there is a verse in Srimad Bhagavatam, Shama eva hi kevalam. You can repeat after me. Dharma swanishtita pumsam Vishwakshena kathasuyah Notpadhyed yadiratim Shrama eva hi kevalam. Shrama means work. Shrama. I'm doing work. Shrama. Right? What's it? Parishram. Right? Shrama. Kevalam means that Shrama is considered as a useless labor. When Utpa means to sprout. Ratim means love. Towards whom? Towards Pumsam. Pumsam means highest Purusha, who is Krishna. If that love is not getting generated through the work that we are doing, then that work is considered as useless labor. Someone can read the translation. What is your name, Prabhu? Anand. See, we have to be happy in this world. But somehow, our managers keep us busy. Anand. In fact, Krishna's body, there is a verse in Brahma Samhita. Since your name is, I'll show you one beautiful verse. One. You can repeat after me. Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha Anadir Adir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. So Brahmaji, when he came out of the lotus, you remember that we have seen in Vishnu Puran in the television, ऐसे विष्णु से ऐसे navel से sprout होते हैं Brahmaji. So Brahmaji, when he came, first thing he saw all darkness, nothing was there. And then he gets from inside, he gets that you should do tapa. Then he does tapa. And then he chants something called as Brahma Samhita. These are the words that were spoken by Brahmaji first time. And before that, he was given the knowledge by Krishna. Tene Brahma Hridaya. The second verse of Srimad Bhagavatam. I will not go again, otherwise you will think he jump kar raha hai. It's Brahma Projita, Dharma Projita Kaito Atra Brahma Nirmat Saram Satam. Then there is a verse, Tene Brahma Hridaya Adi Kavaya Muyanti Yat Suraya. That Krishna is giving the knowledge to Brahmaji. First knowledge that Krishna gives is to Brahmaji. And then Brahmaji tells this poem. He says, Ishvara Parama Krishna. Who is the highest? Ishvara Krishna. And his body is made of Sat, Chit and Ananda. So I just thought I'll show you this word. Sat, Chit and Ananda. Yeah? So anyways, we'll come back. Yeah, sorry, you were reading. Ananda, go ahead.
The occupational activities a man performs according to his own position are only so much useless labor if they do not provoke attraction for message of the personality of Godhead.
If they do not provoke attraction for the message of personality of God. If we don't get rati, if we don't get that love towards Lord, then it is as good as useless labor. Whatever you have to understand, whatever we are doing, we are going 9 a.m. job, or we are working, or we are studying, or whatever we are doing all that. That is a side thing, so that we can continue with our spiritual life. We discussed 2 weeks back. Keep your big peace first. Fix your big peace first. The main thing is to keep the main thing the main thing. The main thing is to keep the main thing the main thing. The main thing is spiritual life. The topic of today, since we're talking about Rati, the topic of today is, what is the topic? 4D. Not WD-40, it is 4D. So there are 4 levels of motivation towards Krishna. It's mentioned in Chaitanya Sikshamrita. There are 4 levels of motivation. Why someone will get motivated to approach Lord? The lowermost reason to approach Lord is dread. Dread also means extreme fear. If you don't put oil on Shani Dev, then you will get 7.5. So कुछ भी हो जाए, नासिक में जा रहे तो करना है, right? So the reason, oh Hare Krishna, see we have devotees coming from Delhi to hear the class. Hare Krishna, welcome. So the lowermost reason we approach the Lord, Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead, is because we think that if I don't approach Krishna, if I don't worship Krishna, then we will have problems. We will have problems in our life. Like that. So that is the lowermost reason why we approach Krishna. Dread. Better than dread is we approach Krishna because we want some desires, we want something. Putram Dehi, Dhana Dehi, Graha Dehi. We want something. House by the sea, Kalagi 23, permanent residency, Om Jai Jagadishwara. Basically, we are approaching Krishna because we want something. We want something. So, but it is better than fear. So it is what? Desire. We are approaching Krishna because we want something. Better than wanting something, desire is duty. We are approaching Krishna because we should do. We should worship Krishna. So iske liye we have to go. Every Mangalwar or every Saturday or every Sunday I go to temple. Why? Because we should do. Why? We don't know. But just as a routine. Just upon once a year we do our doctor checkup, full body checkup. Like that, as a ritual duty to go to temple. It's duty. There is no fear. There is no like desires. Just I'm going as a duty. So what are the three things we discussed? The lowermost is dread, fear. Above that is desire. And we have to ask ourselves, in this 4, I have discussed only 3 till now. Why am I motivated to understand Krishna? So the lowermost is dread. Above that is desire. Above that is duty. Like if you see father loves the kid also, but still one of the reasons father does all this when goes to office and does, it is a matter of duty. There can be love also, but matter of at least duty is there, that I should take care of the family. Correct? I should take care of the family. And the topmost, why we approach Krishna, we should approach Krishna is because of rati, which is also known as devotion, pure love. Devotion actually means pure love. I don't want anything from you, Krishna. I'm not doing just because of the sake of doing it. I actually love you. So that's what this verse says. Provoke attraction. We have attraction for Krishna. Like how when, imagine you're watching some movie, right? And then suddenly when Shah Rukh Khan enters, or whoever enters, I mean, I don't know, now he's very old because I have watched that movies only, so I know those characters only. Or so let's say someone comes like that, then how we feel attracted, and then suddenly in theater some people will go city marenge, ye wo, you know, that suddenly that some kind of emotions will come out. That emotions comes out of the people when they read Srimad Bhagavatam. When they read Srimad Bhagavatam, they are crying, they are remembering Krishna. That is the rati that we are looking for. There is no ulterior motive. We are reading Srimad Bhagavatam just because we love Krishna, or to develop love for Krishna. And Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam is written with that goal in mind. We have a lot of other scriptures are there, Rig Veda, Yajur Veda and all that. But then Vedivyas ji was not happy by writing all that. Can you imagine? He was not happy writing all the scriptures. But then Narad Muni told, this is all mentioned in first canto. Narad Muni says to Vyasdev, Kai Salla, Ka rarte? Something like that he said. Why are you so morose? And then Vyasji says that somehow I'm not feeling happiness after writing all this. And then he says, you have not glorified Krishna to the fullest extent. No like karma kanda, not all this. Just Krishna consciousness. Just pure talking about Krishna. And then he writes the final book. See, if you write something which is last, right, that creates like, it's like a cream of everything. He writes Srimad Bhagavatam. He writes Srimad Bhagavatam. And Srimad Bhagavatam is written so that we can develop rati for Krishna. Develop rati for Krishna. Okay. So we'll read the purport. This was just an introduction. We have only 15 minutes remaining. So we will run now. Not really. Okay. So purport. We'll go to purport. Who will read? Ananda read. So Akhila Rasamrit Murti. Krishna is also known as Akhila Rasamrit Murti. He is the epitome of all the rasas. Word Akhila.
The different manifestations of body and senses among the living entities are due to material nature. There are 8.4 million different species of life.
You know what is the variety of 8.4 number कैसे आया? चलो दिखाते हैं. At least 84 लोग 40 लाख इतना बोलते हैं. At least we should know ये number कहाँ से आया, right? Let's see. Okay, you can repeat after me. Okay, you can take out your calculator. We'll do some calculation and we'll see if 84 is coming or not. 84 lakh. Okay. Jalaja Navalakshani Sthavara Laksha Vimshati Kramayo Rudra Sankhyaka Pakshinam Dasha Lakshanam Trimsha Lakshani Pashava Chatur Lakshani Manusha. Okay, so we'll start. So first is Jalaja. Jalaja means Jal, water, aquatics. How many are there? Nava Lakshani. Lakshani means not Ritik Roshan Laksha. This is lakhs. So how many lakhs?
9 lakhs.
9 lakhs. Okay, 9 lakhs. So 9 lakhs of different kind of species of aquatics. 9 lakhs of different kinds of aquatics. Okay, we'll go ahead. Sthavara. Sthavara means which doesn't move. Who are the living entities which doesn't move? Trees and plants. How many? Laksha Vimshati. Vimshati means 20. Vimshati means 20. So Laksha, Vimshati means 20 lakhs. कितना हो गया? Almost 2 million हुआ ना? 20 lakhs. हाँ, यहाँ पर लिखा है 20 lakhs. Thank you. 20 lakhs. Okay. So we keep calculating. So 9 lakhs of aquatics, 20 lakhs of sthavara, which is plants and trees. Krimeo नाम सुन के लगता है कीड़े मकोड़े. Right? Krimeo. Rudra Sankhyatam. Rudra means 11. See, I'll show you. There is a verse in see this. Rudra. Rudra is how many? 11 forms of Rudra. There are 11 forms of Rudra. Aditya is sometimes if Rudra is mentioned and is not, the context is not Lord Shiva, then you have to understand it's a number. And there are 11 Rudras. So, like this, if there's a word Aditya used. Aditya means actually what? Sun. But if it is used in context of number, then it is 12. Samjha? Okay, we'll go back. So, Rudra Sankhyaka means how much? 11 lakhs. Everybody is there, no? See, we are all, most of them are engineers. So, maths we like. So, maths karenge. So, Krimeo Rudra Sankhyaka. So, 11 lakhs of Kide Makode. Right? Which is insects and all that things. Pakshinam. What is Pakshinam? Birds. Dasha Lakshanam. Dasha means 10. 10 lakhs. 10 lakhs of birds. And then Trimshal. Trimshal means 30. Trimshati, Vimshati. Vimshati is 20. Trimshati is 30. Trimshal. Lakshani Pashava. Pashava is who? Pashu. Animals. How many? 30 lakhs. Chatur Lakshani Manava. Chatur. Chatur means? No, 3 idiots. No. Chatur is 4. Correct. You are right. 4. Laksha. Laksha is? Lakhs. Manusha. 4 lakhs of human beings. Based on 3 gunas. Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. We have different levels of human beings. Right? We'll see that in 14th chapter, in the next chapter. The most practical chapter, which people think, is the 14th chapter. 14th chapter. It actually, you can see, if you read that 14th chapter, you can tell yourself in which gradation I am in. Sattva gun, Rajagun or Tamogun. The 14th chapter, 17th chapter, 18th chapter, this all talks about the 3 modes of material nature. कितना हुआ? हुआ 8.4 ना? हुआ. So yeah. We'll quickly, at least you should know what is 84 lakh, right? We say 84 lakh, 84 lakh, we say. Some people make different kinds of meaning also to say 84 lakh. This is actual meaning of 84 lakh. Okay, quick, someone can read. I was Jalaji, sorry, Jainil. Yeah, read.
There are 9 lakh species living in the water. There are also 20 lakh non-living entities such as trees and plants. There are also 11 lakh species of insects and reptiles, and there are 10 lakh species of birds. As far as
Quadrupeds means Pashu. Right? Quadrupeds means Pashu.
Are concerned, there are 30 lakh varieties and there are 4 lakh human species.
So if we read actually Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, we actually understand whatever we have heard, right? We sometimes say 84 lakh, because we don't know the bifurcation and all. But when we read Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Sri Prabhupada's books, previous acharyas, we can actually understand where these numbers are coming from. Where these numbers are coming from. Okay, we'll go back. 13th chapter. Okay. 13:21. Okay, who was reading? Akhila, go ahead. Please now focus on this paragraph. Purport. This is a little complicated. So, and only 10 minutes remaining. So, please. Yeah. No, but we want to end today early. I don't know, Manjari said something is planned. But yeah, don't be so happy also. 8 o'clock only Prashad will start. Yeah. Go ahead.
They arise from the different sensual pleasures of the living entity, who thus desires to live.
So what kind of desires we have, that kind of body we get. If you have a desire that I want to eat mutton and chicken and this and that, then next life we'll get a body where we can nicely eat it. ऐसा बेक करके नहीं, बारबेक्यू क्या ये सब नहीं, live we can eat. So based on our inclinations, desires, that kind of body we get. That kind of body we get. Once one devotee gave a class and he said no to. And he said less time. Go ahead.
Who thus desires to live in this body or that. When he is put into different bodies, he enjoys different kinds of happiness and distress. His material happiness and distress are due to his body and not to himself as he is. In his original state, there is no doubt of enjoyment. Therefore, that is his real state.
Original state means when you are completely understanding that I'm not this body, I'm the spirit soul. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And my relationship with Krishna is that of Dasanudasa. I'm the servant of the Lord. When we have this, not just this knowledge, but we have also the practice of it, which is Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. When we are practicing it also, then that is our original state. That is our original state. Right now we have the knowledge, but we have not realized that knowledge. Not realized it. We are not acting based on this. That I am the spirit soul and Krishna is the Supreme Personality. He is the Bhagavan. He is Bhagavan. And my relationship is that of Dasanudas. I am the servant of the Lord. Go ahead.
Because of the desire to lord is over material nature.
Because we wanted to enjoy. That's why we came into this material world.
He is in the material world. In the spiritual world, there is no such thing. The spiritual world is pure, but in the material world, everyone is struggling hard to acquire different kinds of pleasures for the body. It might be more clear to state that this body is the effect of senses. The senses are instruments for gratifying desire. Now, the sum total body and the instrument senses is offered by material nature, and as will be clear in the next verse. The living entity is blessed or damned with circumstances according to his past desire.
Damned means if you get a very lower body, like of Kede Mokode, something like that, then damned, right? Or you get a higher birth, something like that, then blessed. If you are taking birth in a family where for you practicing Krishna consciousness is easier, it's a blessing. Prabhupada writes in one of the purport that I was very fortunate that I was born in a family where worshipping of Radha Krishna was very normal. Very normal. Like that. Go ahead.
According to one's desires and activities, material nature places one in various residential quarters. The being himself is the cause of his attending such residential quarters and his attendant enjoyment or suffering. One's placed in some particular kind of body, he comes under the control of nature because the body, being matter, acts according to the laws of nature.
समझ में आ रहा है ना? So based on our kind of body we are actually working under the laws of nature. See, even if a tiger wants, it's hard for him to understand or read Bhagavad Gita, right? Because he's working we think we have freedom, but actually the body that we have got is in such a way that we have limited freedom. Can you fly in the sky? Only through, flight and also will afford, right? But we don't have complete freedom. So we have been given a body by which we are automatically restricted. We think that apan ko to freedom hai. We all these movies, ye zindagi milegi na dobara, milegi next time. But this movie shows that next time there's no this and that. But actually when we read Bhagavad Gita, we understand zindagi milegi dobara और क्या मिलेगी वो depend करता है इस जिंदगी पे. How we are doing, right? So, but their Bhagavad Gita concepts are a little bit hilly-dully. But yeah, anyways, go ahead.
At that time, the living entity has no power to change that law. Suppose an entity is put into the body of a dog. As soon as he is put into the body of a dog, he must act like a dog.
Right? He will not act like a cat. He will act like a dog.
He cannot act otherwise. And if the living entity is put into the body of a hog, then he is forced to eat stool and act like a hog. Similarly, if the living entity is put into the body of a demigod, he must act according to his body. This is the law of nature, but in all circumstances, the supersoul is with the individual soul. That is explained in Vedas and follows.
Dva Suparna Sayuja Sakhaya.
The Supreme Lord is so kind upon the living entity that he always accompanies the individual soul and in all circumstances is present as a super soul or Paramatma.
So within every living entity there are two personalities. One is soul, also living entity itself, and other one is Paramatma. So we'll end now. I'll just tell you one last. So what we discussed is 4 levels of motivation. What are the 4 levels of motivation? First one was dread. Above that is desire. Above that is and above that is devotion. We have to ask ourselves, what is the one which is motivating us. And we have to try ourselves, try through Srimad Bhagavatam Bhagavad Gita to reach to the level of devotion. That I want to just love Lord. I don't want anything literally. And I don't want to have a business with the Lord. I will do this, you give me this. Right? So that's why where we are putting our focus, that's where the energy is flowing. Attention, wherever the attention goes, energy flows. Vaishya Prabhu says like that. Recently, I was driving Vaishya Prabhu in a car, and somehow I asked him how during those times mobile phones were not there, how he used to pick people to come for classes and all, how he used to work like that. I was curious to ask. So I asked him, and then the topic of mobile phone started, and then we were driving. So when we were driving, he said, "Now see, I'll show you something. Everyone will be on mobile." He said, and he looked outside the window. I was not able to look properly because I was driving, but I was just hearing Shravanam. So he was saying, "See, that guy has mobile." He was looking like this. Then he said, "See, next guy has mobile." Then fourth guy had no mobile. He was just walking. So then the windows were closed, and then Vaishya was told, "Hey, where is your mobile?" And then he immediately took out. And he said, "See, he also has mobile." So every one of us, he was just saying that everyone is just bloomed or focused on mobile, on phone, and that's where the energy will go. But when we understand that goal is to read Bhagavad Gita, to read Srimad Bhagavatam, then that's where the energy will flow. Okay, I'll read something. I'm walking right now, maybe I'll hear something. Sutta Goswami was known as Ugra Shava, one who is voracious hearer. We are voracious eater, but he was voracious hearer. Sutta Goswami, Srimad Bhagavatam. So we should have this, we should cultivate this habit of hearing. Mobile and all will come and go, something else will come. But so Vaishnav was just sharing that somehow we are focused so much on mobile, but whenever we have free time, we should pull out Bhagavad Gita and we should try to read. So we'll end here. It's 7:30. I ended on time. Once you can tell Manjari that. So what we'll do is we'll every time we read Vaishnava etiquette, like how we have office etiquettes, like that we have Vaishnava etiquette also. So we'll just read one page, which will not take more than 2 minutes. Kirtan, dancing, we have done all this. Prashadam, soon going to come. Okay, we'll do this now. We'll just read one page, that's it. Okay, how to offer obeisances to the Lord. Who will read? Sharvani. Maybe just we'll read only this much, 3 paragraphs. Go ahead.
In the early morning or whenever visiting temple, one should offer obeisances to the deities only after waking them, because it is enjoined in Shastra. Enjoined, okay. Enjoined.
So whenever we see deities, what we should do? We should offer obeisances. There is a verse in Srimad Bhagavatam which says, if your body is not offering obeisances when you are seeing Krishna, that body is as good as a dead body. Can you imagine? That body is considered as good as dead body. So whenever we see Krishna, we should offer obeisances. And how we should offer obeisances is mentioned. We'll read it.
It is enjoined in Shastra that one should not disturb the Lord by offering obeisances when the Lord is resting or bathing. Also, one should offer obeisances which is outside the deity room, never inside, since it is enjoined to offer obeisances from a respectful distance. Within the deity room, offer pranamas with joined palms by mantra and with the mind.
Thank you, Mataji. Someone else can. Srinivas, you want to read? So we have ended the class. Every time after the class, we read a little bit of Vaishnava etiquette. Vaishnava etiquette book. Like this is a book by, I think, Sanatan Goswami. If I'm not
How
wrong.
to offer Dandavat Pranama. Offer obeisances with 8 angas. Your feet, knees, chest, hands, head, sight, mind and words. With your 2 feet, knees, chest, hands and head touching the ground,
and with your eyes downcast and half open, recite a suitable prayer while meditating that your head is under the Lord's lotus feet.
Yeah, and you might be thinking क्या चल रहा है, what is going on right now? So ये सब करना पड़ेगा. It's a how you are. It's a way of life. So these are small things that if we can follow, it will be good. Basically, it's up to you, but these are good things to follow, like that.
Your hands should be extended out in front of your head, not next to your head, or tucked in next to your chest.
Someone else can read. So for Prabhus or for males, this is how they offer obeisances, and for females it is like this. So for males it is called Dandavat, and for females it is known as Panchang, because you are using 5 angas of your body, like that. Okay, who will read? Aishwarya, you will read.
Yeah, can you make it better?
Yeah.
To me, seems like I mean, I
See, this is an island. Everybody is able to see the screen?
To make Panchanga Pranam, offer obeisances with 5 angas, knees, arms, head, intellect and words. The chest does not touch the ground. It is an offense to offer obeisances with only one hand, that is with one hand extended in front of the head, while the other holds a bead bag or other sacred item off the floor. Before offering obeisances, set down anything you are holding. Men may perform either type of pranam, but women traditionally perform only Panchanga Pranam. While offering obeisances, first recite your own spiritual master's pranam mantra, then Srila Prabhupada's, and then the pranam mantras for the deities on the altar.
Yeah. So we'll end here. Some other time we can
The
read
middle
finish.
one, is it true or false?
So yeah, bead bag we should try to avoid it, but it's okay. But if possible, we should keep the things aside and then offer on Dandavats. And but especially for full Dandavat, we should try to keep it somewhere. I remember once Vaishya, I offered Dandavat like that. It usually doesn't correct people. Fortunate, if someone is correcting, some senior is correcting, you understand that he is showing his mercy. Otherwise, they don't correct. So once Vaishya told me, because what happened is I was having one hand in bead bag and one like I was chanting also. Okay, माला 108 है वो छोड़ जाएगी अभी टेंपल में घुस रहा हूँ. So then I offered Dandavat half ऐसा एक हाथ से ऐसे करते हैं ना कृष्णा को. So I was just offered Dandavat half, and then Vaishya was chanting. He said, "एक second." I gave. Then he said, "Try avoiding it. Put both your hands or wait. Complete your japa and then come." So then like that. So we should try. See again, these are like we say best practices. होता है ना जैसे होता है code में when you write Java code, best practices. There should be a tab after like this something. So these are best practices. You try what you can, like that. Yeah. Sometimes things might not be as easy. So depends. Anyways, we'll end here. So now what we'll do is, because whenever they start, what we'll do is now, this also we do every time, is we'll do 5 minutes of japa. You use your jaw to chant and use your paw to count. So japa. And why do we do that? I'll just show one verse. Nasteva, nasteva, naste, gatir anyatha. Thank you, Prabhu. You can repeat after me. Hare Nama, Hare Nama. Hare Nama, Hare Nama. Hare Namaiva Kevalam. Hare Namaiva Kevalam. Kalo Nasteva Nastyeva. Kalo Nasteva Nastyeva. Nastyeva Gatiranyatha. Nastyeva Gatiranyatha. So it says Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama. For this Kali Yuga, there is only one thing. Which is that thing? Harinam, Harinam, Harinam. Eva Kevalam. Only this is the thing. Kalo. Kalo is what? Cauliflower. No. Kalo is Kali Yuga. Kalo Nastyeva. Nastyeva means no other thing, no other thing, no other thing for this age of Kali Yuga. So sometimes when someone says once, then you feel serious. When someone says second time, when third time bola, to matlab we have to take it. Right? That we say no. Sometimes, like Manjari told me, 7:30 you have to end today. And she said again, before just for the class, 7:30 you have to end today. So I took it literally. But they are only running late. But 7:30, I mean sorry. So in this age of Kali Yuga, Harinam. Harinam. Someone can read the translation. You read, no? Or she continue.
In this age of quarrel and hypocrisy, the only means of deliverance is the chanting of the holy names of the Lord. There is no other way. There is no other way. There is no other way.
There is no other way. There is no other way. There is no. It's a nice purport. See, in this purport, see, there's verse that you started with, right? Kalir dosh nidhanadi. You remember? So that's mentioned in the commentary of Srila Prabhupada. These verses are very connected. Okay. And this next verse talks about that Kriteya Dhyayato. That in Satyuga, we used to do meditation. That was the dharma. In Treta Yuga, the Yajna was the dharma. In Dwapar Yuga, deity worship was the dharma. But in Kali Yuga, Kalaudhari Kirtana. Kirtan is the dharma. So now what we'll do is we'll use our jaw and we'll use our paw and jaw. In chanting the holy name of the Lord, we'll just do 10 times. And while we are doing that, we'll try to focus on the Hare Krishna mantra and we'll pray to Krishna that Krishna, please engage me in your service. If we don't engage in our service, then who will engage? Manager. Manager will engage in our service. So better we serve Krishna. We serve Krishna. We can just pray that. First 20 years of our life goes in thinking that what people think about us. Next 20 years of our life, 21 to 40, will go in realizing that who will care what people think about us. And after 41, we realize nobody is thinking about us. That is our situation. So the only one who is thinking about us actually genuinely is Paramatma within Krishna. And the way to reciprocate is chanting his holy names. So we'll just with a lot of humility and gratitude, whatever we are getting, this breathing also that we are getting, that we are able to speak, believe me, is because of mercy of Krishna. Because of mercy of Krishna. In January, I lost my voice. For 4 months, I had no voice. It was complete mute. Krishna made me mute. 4 months, no voice. That time I understood that I think I am the doer, but actually Krishna is the doer. Doctor said it is vocal cord paralysis. It is, my vocal cord stopped going like, if you see your vocal cords, it does like this. I mean, hopefully you never have to see. I had to see my vocal cord. I said it's not functioning. So we'll do 10 rounds of Hare Krishna mantra. Yeah, and then we will. Now we have to really be serious. Right? So, anyway, we'll chant now. Before that, we'll sing one mantra. Bhagavad Gita introduction. So we'll do this mantra and after that we'll chant Hare Krishna 10 times. Okay? Be very, very attentive. It is the most important thing in our life. Okay? Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shiva Sadi Gaur Bhakta. Now we'll chant Hare Krishna mantra 10 times. And just, you have to do only one thing. You have to just hear what you are chanting. And we'll chant in unison. Okay? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So like this, if possible, we should try to chant one round of Hare Krishna mantra. That is 108 beats, if possible, every day in the morning. And if you are really adventurous, then you should try to do 16 rounds. Most of the sincere devotees in all over the world, they chant 16 rounds of Hare Krishna mantra, which takes around 2 hours. 7 minutes it takes for one round, 7 to 16, almost 2 hours in the morning, focused chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra. So, yeah. Okay, we'll end here. Hopefully, many of you, especially who are coming the first time, you were able to understand whatever we discussed. Any questions or reflections we'll discuss during the Prashadam time. So now, more? Bowl. I'm happy. Anyways, 8 o'clock, but don't worry. Prashadam is 8 baje shuru hoga. That is for sure. What we'll do is we'll now do Kirtan. Kirtan. So someone can give me the harmonium. We'll do a short Kirtan, and after that we'll see. What I'm thinking, should we just share reflection by the time? Yeah. Anyone wants to share anything that struck you?